Hey guys, welcome. So we're going to go into the three core invitations and how we actually go about that. So the first one is the wellness evaluation. So if you watch the next video, it's actually going to show you what to do in the wellness evaluation. But the wellness evaluation is where you would just invite somebody to come down to, if they were already at a fit club or fit camp, they're actually going to be in the process of going to a wellness evaluation. So the actual likelihood of doing a straight up invite to somebody to a wellness evaluation, you can see is like 5% of how many people you would actually invite to wellness. The second one is actually the main one we invite people to, and that's our core invitation. That's either where we invite people to come down to a workout at our fit club or fit camp. So, hey, come in and check out our workout. It's an incredible community, great workout. It's usually free or very, very cheap for one of our workouts. As well as our main thing that we really focus on, and again, 80% is the 4-week challenge that's completely free. And as you guys know by now, everything we give on the 4-week challenge is massive, massive value. So that's why we spend a lot of our time inviting people to the free 4-week challenge. It's easy, it's simple, and it's automated as well. The third thing we invite people to is a Halo, which is a healthy, active lifestyle opportunity. Now, that's a live Zoom call every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. All right. So I like to think about 15% you want to invite people to out of your total invites, okay? Because what it means is that our Halo is kind of fast-tracking things. It's fast-tracking people into showing them the opportunity. We show them the opportunity of an ambassador and the opportunity of becoming a team member. And as you know, you should have been on one by now and you can see what that's like. So it kind of gives them a bigger vision of what's possible and can kind of fast-track things. But why, we go back to, if that's the case, then why wouldn't we invite most people to that? Well, simply this is because why 80% of our invites goes to the 4-week challenge or our workout is because when there is a much higher success rate of when people start out as a client, jump on a program, get results, then the opportunity is presented to them for the ambassador, and then they go through that process, and then they become a team member. That is a much more solid foundation for our business, which is why we focus on that majority, okay? So going to the next part, how do we start? The first thing is creating your own list. And the easiest way to do that is, if I was to say, is to just go onto your Facebook or any of your social media accounts and creating a list of people from there. Like if you have 1, 2, 4, 500, 1,000 friends on Facebook, then you've got that many people to start inviting to. So our strategy is very simple. We were going to pick about 10 people per day to invite. All right, you're going to invite 10 people per day. Now, if you were to take those each person, you're obviously going to go, all right, you can create a list and start at the top of your Facebook list and go from 1 to 10 and then work your way down each day and just track that. But then you go, all right, for each person, you want to obviously look in and have a serious look. What do I think this person would be interested in? Is it the results, the 4-week challenge? Perhaps it's a 5-day challenge. Perhaps it's the Halo, the opportunity. So you would then take about 3 minutes per person and come up with an invitation to send them. I would suggest doing an individual message or invitation to each person. Don't just come up with a script and copy and paste everyone. It doesn't work. Or I should say the success rate is not very high. It's much better if you make an individual message to each person. And if you learn a little bit more about them, if you don't really know them, but you're friends with them on Facebook, take a couple of minutes, guys, go on Facebook, have a look at their feed. What do they like? What are they, what are they into? What do you think they'd be interested in? Okay. So you want to send out an invite. Okay. You're going to invite them to 1 or 2, 3 things, like we said, a wellness, a 4-week challenge or fit club, or the Halo. So if you had 10 people per day that you're inviting, that's 30 minutes per day. That's it, guys. 30 minutes per day, and that's our strategy, okay? All right, so we're going to dive a little bit deeper now. And what happens, basically, when you run out of people on your list? First of all, if you run out of people on your list, and you haven't got a very, very successful business by then 1, you didn't do it right, or 2, you actually didn't do it. All right, so pretty simple. But let's say what happens after that. Well, listen, by this stage, you're probably going supervisor, active supervisor and beyond and earning, pretty decent sort of income from it. if you did it right. Now, what happens after that is pretty simple. Be you. Now, what do I mean by that is you just got to be you, because what we're going to then sort of get into is and by the way, you by then, you know, by the time you run out of that list, you by then should have crazy results on our program, should have, you know, should be going to the gym more, exercising more. You should be more attractive by then. You're doing funner things. You're being more exciting. So you is pretty simple. You are now attractive. And this leads us into attraction marketing. Now, we're not going to go into massive detail here, but I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. And by the way, once you get to a certain level, we're going to be doing advanced training on this and a lot of advanced social media marketing in that training. Mostly just to, obviously, what we do is not about social media marketing and everything. But once you get to a certain level in your business and you want to speed it up, the option will be there to do extra. Apart from that, guys, it's, you know, we just like to, I want to give you an overview from the start to the end. I want to make sure that there's no sort of fuzzy things in between, and it's not like, you know, you're learning the basics with us, and then you go to like a training or an event and they're talking about this, that, and another, and you're like, oh, what's this, what's that, what's that? And because I want you to know from now, right now, there is a million things to learn, but all you need to do is focus on the basics. But this 6-step training, I'm going to give you an overview of everything. Mostly just so we can educate you and inform you on what could be the process. But right at the end there, we're going to simplify it and break it down and give you a summary and a to-do list, which will just make it super, super simple. Because at the end of the 6 steps, you're going to get off going, oh my gosh, I'm so confused. All right? Hopefully you're not. Okay? That was my intentions for you not to be confused. But attraction marketing, guys, what is it? All it means is that you're going to be you. You're going to be, you know, working out at the gym. You're going to be, you know, being attractive on social media. And of course, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you should be branded. You know, Herbalife 24, you know, repping your clubs, the company and everything we do. So you're becoming attractive in what we do. All right. And then, of course, you've got, that'll lead to what it's actually doing, I should say. It's called attraction marketing, but what it's really doing is it's getting your attention. Without attention, you know, we actually can't show you anything. You know, without capturing people's attention, whether it's social media, online, offline, it doesn't really matter. If you're out in the marketplace being attractive, now we don't mean actually attractive. Obviously, you don't need to be attractive. All right. So what it means is what it's going to do is it's going to capture people's attention. By capturing people's attention, we're going to be able to give them our message. And what is our message? Our message is simple. We're helping people get in the best shape of their life for the rest of their life. Okay, we're changing and transforming people's lives, including our own financially as well, and the people around us. You know, we hang out and we go to parties, we have lots of events, we work out, we run clubs, we're helping change and transform people's lives. That's what we do. That's attractive, and then that's capturing their attention. From there, we're connecting. We're connecting with more and more people, guys. Connecting on what we use mostly is Instagram and Facebook, but we're connecting with them. At this point, what they're gonna want to know is what's in it for them. What value is in it for them? This is where we start to show you how to advertise our 4-week challenges or our 5-element philosophy and the value that comes along with it. You know, we're not just a club. We're not just a supplement company. You know, we're not just a network marketing company. Guys, we're everything. We are the package, the entire package for a customer, okay, and for also people who are interested in the business. From that point, once we have their attention, we've connected with them, we've given them value, then that's when the actual invite will happen. All right. So what we're looking to do there and what we're kind of doing and what we kind of just talked about then, by the way, guys, the reason I wear a hat to most of these trainings and things is because I don't want to do my hair, but this is going to be a little bit longer training, so you're going to have to deal with it. All right, guys, this is really cool. This is probably, you know, this is literally the secret formula and what we're going to be teaching you later on. Now, I don't want you to think you have to know this or understand this now. Again, I want to give you an overview and why we do what we do and what's possible for you later. Okay? So we don't want to just go out and invite anyone and everyone. That's not very strong. You can invite 1,000 people. You might get 10 people messaging back, and out of those 10, 2 might be interested, and out of those 2, maybe you'll get 1. And it's simple. It's because it wasn't a very strong invitation. Now, what do I mean by that? So we're going to go into the secret formula to actually achieving a strong invitation, all right, and a strong lead, which leads into a qualified invitation. All right, so what we're going to going into is who. Now, what we mean by this is that you're going to need to start, after you've gone through your list, you know, you've pretty much gone through every one of your social media lists, so you need to be attracting more people and looking at more ways to do invitations, okay? So the first thing you got to ask is who? Who is your perfect customer or client or team member? Because that's where you're going to start. For me, I've done like an avatar, and I've created my perfect client or even team member is I brought it down to a couple of different categories, but one of those categories is a woman who is 25 to 35 years old. She has 1 to 2 kids, so she's a mother of 1 to 2 kids. She is into healthy, active lifestyle. She is helping even her circle of influence, so she's often around helping her friends and family get active or go to these type of events. So this is the type of stuff she's into. But she also has got a good result, but not her best result. Okay, that's my person. That's my avatar. So if that's the case, I need to then go to the next step. Where is my avatar hanging out? You know, a 25 to 35-year-old mum who maybe, you know, I would suggest if she was working at, hanging out online, you know, there's a couple of ways that we can do this, and we're going to show you that in the next sort of slide, which is, you know, where to look. But very simple. A good example of this would be like Facebook, a Mums and Bubs group. Okay, type in Mums and Bubs. If you want it locally, you type in Mums and Bubs Brisbane, Mums and Bubs wherever you are. Okay, so you're going to be able to find these things. You're going to be able to go on and don't just go invite and add all these people. Do your research. Take your time. You know, find out who suits your avatar. Does this person, do you think you'll connect with this person? Then you can offer them something or offer it to that entire group, okay? Another way of this is you might want to go onto Instagram and find out, you know, Michelle Bridges. You know, someone of my 25 to 35-year-old mum, she might be following Michelle Bridges. So you would actually go onto Instagram or Facebook, go onto where Michelle Bridges is and actually follow her followers. Okay, and actually try to connect with some of her followers. Okay, so same. So this is just one way to do it, guys. Another way is that obviously not just online, but also offline. Where are these people hanging out? Are they gyms? Are they events or conferences? Are they Target? Is it Target they're hanging out? Most of my people are hanging out at Target. That's where my person's hanging out. So, you know, what shops, places, events, conferences are these people going to and hanging out? That's just another way to find it. So once you found out who it is, where they're hanging out, the next thing is what? What are you baiting them with? And baiting mean, what are you actually giving them that's going to allow them to, you're going to capture their attention, okay? And that's going to attract them to that, whatever it might be. So, you know, one of the things is obviously our free 4-week challenges. We could connect with them and then send them out you know, hey, you know, I see blah, blah, blah. You know, you might be interested in this free 4-week challenges. We've now got them online, blah, blah, blah. All right, or they're in your area. A 5-day challenge trial, you know, they're pretty good if you want to send them out if you think already it's a strong lead and that's what they're interested in. Wellness evaluation, income opportunity, again, that's like 15%. Not everyone, you don't really want to start that way. You actually want to develop a relationship first. And then, of course, it may just be a party, an event, or a community gathering. So it may be one of our galas coming up, our STSs, one of our things that we have going on that you want to invite them to basically, as in, or you want to show them value. So you want to bait them with something like that. Where are you taking them? Now, that's what you got to think about. So from the invitation, which is realistically your bait or your bait, and to your first invitation, where are you taking them? it's always to a one-on-one. What I mean by that is that you want to be having a one-on-one conversation, a one-on-one call, a one-on-one whatever. But you might get them to, you know, the party, the event, the workout, the challenge. But the end goal is to get them in front of you. Okay? That's what we're trying to do. So the easiest way to do this, guys, is our strategy, again, like you saw before, is we're going to get about 10 invitations a day. And then what happens is that obviously when you start running out of people to connect with, we're going to find other ways to find more people and find more ways to do invitations. All right. What we call it is like 6 and 20. So this is for people who are kind of starting to get serious, and you know, you're starting to earn like a pretty decent income, and you might even be able to do, you know, what you're doing. If you're working, you might be able to kind of move into the full-time work now. Or realistically, this is for anyone that wants to move fast. And what we're saying, guys, is that find 6 different locations per day and spend 20 minutes in each location building a relationship that will either lead that will lead to an invite. It doesn't have to lead to an invite straight away. Just build that relationship and give value, okay? And then invite them to one of our 3 core invites, okay? That's all you got to do. But just spend 20 minutes in 6 different locations. So what we mean by that is, here's a few examples. So 6 locations, one of them might be on social media, on Instagram, and you're going to type in #weight loss. So obviously when you type in #weight loss, you're going to come up with all these different pictures and that have just recently come up. You're going to look for your avatar, and then you're going to add them and connect with them, and you're going to invite them to something, to one of the 3, okay? Or you might just, again, add them and try that connection, build rapport, build relationship, and then invite. Instagram pages, like I said before, if it's like Michelle Bridges, follow the followers. Start following all these people that are following the people that you know that they're going to want to inspire to be like, okay? Facebook pages, so like I said, Mums and Bubs group, that could be another location. School pickup and drop off, that's a location. Local shopping center, that's a location. So pick 6 locations a day where you'll spend 20 minutes, okay? That's only 2 hours a day if you do this right. 2 hours a day that you're spending. And again, you know, you might not want to do this now because you've got a massive list. And again, this really comes to once you've progressed and you're moving through the business and the marketing plan, you could be a full-time distributor by now. You could be doing Herbalife full-time. So 2 hours a day doing work, that's not hard, guys. That's what you should be doing. All right. You're not working probably at this point. All right. So guys, that then leads to, like we said before, 10 invites per day minimum. All right. It's not maximum, guys. That's the minimum. And again, it'll lead to either the wellness evaluation, the 4-week challenge or workout, or the halo. At this point, we put them into our funnel, and I'm going to go through that in the next step, guys. So guys, that's it from me. Check out the wellness evaluation. And again, try not to let this overwhelm you at this point. I do want to just give you a big overview and summary of everything, give you knowledge on it to some extent, but let you know that you don't have to do all this yet. I just want to show you what we do and how we do it. And then that's it from us, guys. We're going to simplify it even more right at the end and go from there. All right, guys, thank you, and I'll see you on the next step.